Well, good morning, friend. It's Bill, and it's kind of dark in my video right now. I'm actually on the road. It's about 6:30. It's a beautiful morning on a Friday. I'm on my way to Cranberry to do a workshop with the logistics team at a company in Cranberry. But I wanted to pump out a quick video because we're in installment 2 now of going through this book together entitled Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. And we're looking at the introduction. Yeah, I know. The introduction? Well, there's some really good stuff in the introduction. And the central idea from the introduction that really stood out to me is how Ryan defines ego. And he defines ego as an unhealthy belief in my own importance. It's a great definition. We all have an ego. We all aspire. We all have drive. We all have ambitions. And that's not a bad thing, right? It's good to have a belief in our importance, a belief that we matter in this world, right? Because we do. But where it becomes a problem that Ryan talks about is when it becomes an unhealthy belief in our own importance. And it becomes unhealthy when we don't have a real picture of who we are, an unrealistic picture of who we are. It reminds me, I used to love playing hoops. And the older I got, in fact, at one point I was a pretty good basketball player. But you know how it works. The older you get, your skills, your physical abilities, they start to diminish. And I was 41 years old. I was playing basketball at a YMCA, and I was on the old guys team. But in my mind, I could still do what I could when I was 20, right? And we were losing to the young guys. And there was one point in the game where I had the ball in my hands, and I'm like, I'm not going to take this. I can do this. I still got game. And I remember driving into the lane, and I was going to go up over a guy. I drove really hard to the lane. I pushed off on my right foot, and my patellar tendon exploded. And I got an education in that moment. I got a dose of reality that I wasn't the player that I still thought I was. It was an unhealthy belief in my own importance, in my own abilities. I was, in a sense, a little detached from reality. Now, I wish I could say that one moment taught me a lesson that would last for all time, but I've had multiple knee surgeries since because of an unhealthy belief in my own importance, in my own abilities. And we do this in a lot of different ways, where we see ourselves in a way that's not real, that is unhealthy. It comes from that part of us that is just not humble and okay and comfortable with who we really are. And who you really are is enough. And when we can accept that, it's very freeing in life. You see unhealthy ego played out in a lot of ways in our world. I think one of the most classic ways is how people kind of play out this unhealthiness on social media, where we need likes, or we need a following, or we need a tribe. And we get this sense that as more and more people follow us, that we're bigger, better, smarter, more important than who we really are. And again, I think one of the things that Ryan talks about from the introduction is that it's not wrong to aspire. In fact, as we go through this book, he's going to pick characters from history who certainly had drive and aspirations, but they also had a very necessary ingredient for success in life. that ambition, that drive was balanced with a healthy sense of humility. I often talk about the fact that life is about managing tensions, and this is a classic tension. We have drives, we have ambitions, but that needs to be held in tension with humility, seeing myself for who I really am. And I think one of the most practical ways that we can cultivate humility is to get our eyes off of ourselves. When you have an unhealthy sense of your own importance, where's your focus? Your focus is on yourself. It's on myself. What people think of me. How people will value me. But a very practical way of switching the whole energy of that is to have a regular discipline of getting the focus off of myself. And as you think about heading out into your day-to-day, and you think about your own ego, and as I think about mine, let's cultivate some humility. And a practical way to do that is just to think about, hey, who am I going to talk to today? What meetings am I going to be part of today? What events am I going to be involved with? And how can I use those opportunities to focus on and add value to other people? The people I'll talk to, the people that I meet with, the people that I serve. How can I add value to them, get the focus off of myself, and think about how I can help them succeed? How I can encourage them, how I can lift them up. What can I say to them? What can I do for them that would add value to their life? And if you can do that, if I can do that, it will be a great way to mitigate the effect that our ego, the unhealthy side of that it can have on us. And we're all there. We all have this tendency, right? It's kind of like what he talked about in the beginning of the introduction, is that I can fool myself. I'm the easiest person to fool. I'm a person of faith, and Jeremiah 17 says that the heart is desperately wicked. Who can know it? There's an element to us where we can fool ourselves. We can deceive ourselves into thinking that we're something or someone that we're not. And when we can choose to realize that and then make sure that every day I'm thinking about how I can get the focus off of myself and onto other people and serving them, that's the most practical and powerful way to keep your ego in check. I hope you have an awesome day and an awesome weekend. You can see by the time I finished my video now, I got a pink, beautiful sky, blue sky, and the sun is starting to rise. Enjoy your day. God bless. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks again for watching today's video. And before you go to the bottom of the screen, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you go to billcoxcoaching.com, sign up for our regular newsletter to help you move from success to significance and lead your life in such a way that you live a legacy. Have a great day.